Okay, guys. So, good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to our webinar getting started with Bluebeam. I'm Ashwin Nagar, and I'll be your host for the first part of today's session. On behalf of the Zero Consulting Engineers, official channel partners to the Nemetschek Group, I'd like to thank you all for taking the time to join us today. We are really excited because this isn't just another product webinar. It's about showing you how Bluebeam can transform your way as AEC professional like yourselves can collaborate, document, and deliver projects. Moving on to today's agenda. Here's a quick look of what's in store for today. So we'll start with the introduction of to Acero Consulting Engineers and what makes us unique as a brand. You'll meet our speakers, including some of the best minds in the space. We'll move on to the software showcase where you'll get your hands-on view on how Bluebeam can simplify your projects, your workflows, from PDF markups to takeoffs, estimations, real-time collaborations. And as the title suggests, this will be our first in a series of many webinars. While we understand that some of you might already be advanced users, today's session is designed to cover the ground concepts, the basics that form the foundation. Future sessions, we will dive more into the advanced sessions, specialized capabilities of Bluebeam. So think of this as a perfect starting point to get onboarded with Bluebeam. We'll also cover licensing and support, so you know how to take the most out of your softwares and tools. And finally, we'll end the session with the Q&A and upcoming webinars. So trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming up next. We have something exciting to show you. So stick with us till the closing. Thank you. And next, we have your technical guide, Mr. Kirti Chandra Joshi. He is MTech in Structural Engineering from Delhi Technology University. He's an in-house expert in the software that we offer. He has conducted multiple seminars with us before and will also be a point of contact for all technical support at Acero. Joining us is our keynote speaker, Mr. Pushkar. He's Assistant General Manager and Customer Success Manager at Nemetschek India. With over 34 years of experience in across engineering consultancies, training, and technical support, Mr. Pushkar is leading authorities on Bluebeam integrations in India. We are thrilled to have him today to take us deep dive into the Bluebeam software that we have. Now, coming to Acero, before we deep dive into Bluebeam, let me take a moment to introduce who we are at Acero Consulting Engineers. So we not only deliver cutting-edge AEC software solutions to enhance productivity, streamline workflows, and deliver the most cost-effective outcomes. We are backed by postgraduates from top universities in structural engineering to help you work smarter and faster. We have partnered with over 300 clients, delivered more than 30 products, and served more than 20 plus locations. What really sets us apart is our customer-first approach. We work for your priorities, not just your purchase. You can always depend on Acero. Our clients has consistently rated us for best-in-class delivery time and post-sale support. Why is that? Because we are valued. We believe providing beyond software. We are consistently bringing you knowledge posters, webinars, technical articles. If you visit our LinkedIn page, you'll see a lot of these that just keep adding value to your usage for Bluebeam. But most importantly, I would say we are engineering led. We don't just provide support. We have actively helped our friends and clients with their models, their designs, and solving real-time engineering challenges. And this is why I believe why companies across the AEC space have chosen to partner with us. Moving on to our resources. Now, before we jump into the product showcase, here are some of the resources that can help you stay connected and keep learning. So I would request you to please look in the chat window. We have some link to these resources. First of all, our LinkedIn page where we post 3 to 5 knowledge articles every week, and also we are hosting 3 to 4 webinars monthly. So follow us and keep up to date on new articles and discounts. Also at our website acero.in, you'll find our full portfolio along with our Nemetschek flagship products. We have also prepared a feedback form, but please do not fill it yet. I'll remind you in the end. But we'd just love to hear from you, your thoughts, experience after the session. Uh, it helps us improve, but also it allows us to issue participation certificates as well. And coming on to the products, so at Acero, we bring you a diverse portfolio of our flagship Nemetschek solutions, each designed to simplify and supercharge your work. So firstly, we have Bluebeam. That's the industry-leading markup and collaboration tool, right? It is used for coordination between AEC professionals. It is very widely used across a variety of disciplines to review, comment, manage drawings. It ensures a smoother workflow and significantly reduces rework. We of course have our RISA suite, RISA 3D, floor, connection, and foundation, which are powerful tools to analyze, design, and model. We of course have our Adapt suite, so Adapt Builder and Adapt ATRC, that is for post-tension design and reinforced concrete structures. And lastly, we have Allplan, a BIM-based solutions for architects and engineers. Our ecosystem goes beyond Nemetschek as well. So we are supporting leading solutions like Autodesk, Idea Statica, and software like Karamba, Shuriken, Graver. So Graver is a cost-effective alternative to Autodesk, offering DWG-based CAD platforms with perpetual licensing options. So it delivers a familiar CAD experience, but at a fraction of a price. So let's just say at this point, whether it's designing, collaboration, or product delivery, we've got you covered with the right tools for the job. Now, with that foundation set, it's time to move on to the real action, exploring Bluebeam in depth. So now let me hand over to Mr. Pushkar, who will take you through the technical side of Bluebeam. Pushkar, over to you.
Hey, thank you, Ashwin. Am I audible?
Yes, you.
So once again, from my side, from Nemetschek side, I welcome all of you and thanks for joining today's webinar. So I'll directly start with today's introduction and then move on to the actual demonstration. So first, let's understand what is Bluebeam. So Bluebeam is actually a industry top leading application which is designed by engineers for engineers or for to handle all the technical illustrations like architectural drawings or engineering drawings. And it is a very powerful markup and editing tool. It is also an estimation tool also. So at the moment, I don't see any competition as such in the PDF solutions for the engineering application other than just Bluebeam. And there are many facets to this Bluebeam. Like you can do the real-time collaboration with your team. They could be internal as well as external stakeholders, for which there is a Bluebeam Studio. Of course, we are going to have a small demo about that studio session also. It is very efficient if you are using a smart tool like Bluebeam for automated measurements or reusable markups. You can create your symbol libraries for commenting. Since it's a digitized solution, it reduces the paperwork, it streamlines all approvals, digital processes with stamping, signature. So it's an cost-saving solution. There are a lot of customization and automation possibilities are there. you can integrate it with some standard document management systems or some other applications. So there is a integration library is there from where you can check all types of integrations possibilities. Even if you have your in-house developed application and with which you would like to integrate Bluebeam for its collaboration facility, you can very well do that as well. So we have open APIs for that. It's there is something called as Bluebeam Cloud, in which there is a studio project and studio sessions, which allows you to work from anywhere. It's a cloud solution, even if you're at a remote site. But of course, the internet is available on the mobile devices also. It could be Android as well as iOS. Then, of course, with the security part is also taken care of. You can sign your documents digitally. You can encrypt. You can have the permissions assigned. Or you can have the access control list with specific accesses. So all such things are taken care of. And the last and very important, like for any product to be successful, you know how much support is plays a important role. So now we are present even in India for give you the first level and second level of support. So there is a 24/7 customer service offered in like collaboration with our channel partners such as SRO. So that is about the Bluebeam, and we are going to see how Bluebeam can be helpful right from your planning stage or the concept stage to design stage to execution stage. So all phases of the project execution are covered, or Bluebeam can fit into all these areas or the workflow. And the next one is about the industry segments. We have listed the few segments over here, industry segments, and if you happen to be in any other segment than this, please put it on the Q&A or chat, and we can definitely add your segment also into it. But I am sure that it covers most of the segments which are mentioned over here. Um, and within these segments, the key roles like architects, design engineers, project managers, you name it, whoever are involved in handling the technical illustrations, reviewing them, estimating from them, they all are included in this key roles. Okay, so these are the benefits of Bluebeam. Can we move? Yeah. So now this is the main topic for today. We are going to walk you through these four aspects basically. PDF markups, document comparison, takeoffs, estimations, and real-time collaborations. So for this, I mean, we have a poll displayed on the screen. I hope everybody is able to see it. Can you just help us understanding which all features do you often use in your PDF workflows? Yeah, and there is one more, like how do you currently handle your project collaboration? So are you using Bluebeam currently, or you are using any other alternative method for collaboration? If it is other, maybe you can mention in the chat or Q&A session also, like which other application or solution you are using for the project collaboration. Ashwin, I hope we are capturing the poll results. You are receiving poll results, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
If you're done, then please let me know. I can share my screen and start with the demonstration starting from PDF markups.
Yes, we can start with the demonstration.
Okay, great. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if you are able to see it.
Yes.
Is my
the
screen visible?
It
Yeah,
is.
wonderful, wonderful. So this is the user interface of our Bluebeam Revu 21.6 version. So giving you a small brief introduction about the user interface. Uh, those who are already CAD users, they will find this user interface very intuitive and very user friendly. You can actually compare it with applications like MS Office, or even if you are using uh, AutoCAD kind of application. Many features or many tools you will find somewhat similar, or the way they work are quite similar. Uh, so there is at the bottom, this dark mode is there. So this feature is very well, or it is very popular with CAD users to, like give less stress on the eyes. In the user interface, you have this menu bar on the top like any other application. Then you have the toolbars either on the right hand side, or sometimes they are on the top also, depending upon what profile that you use or how you customize your user interface. On the top right corner, you will find your license information. Since we are in India, we fall under APAC region, and for APAC region, the license server of Bluebeam is in Australia. And about the plan, this is a complete plan, so it has got all the features of Bluebeam Revu enabled. More about the plans and the pricing, you can of course come to know by SRO team. Then on the left hand side, it talks about review about. So this is the latest version of Bluebeam Revu that you can note. Learning more about Bluebeam, there are lots of resources available inside help. The first time you try to access it, it will automatically launch this review tutorial, or later on also you can launch this review tutorial, which is nothing but all the functionalities that are within Bluebeam. You can just pick up one, and on your own pace, there are video tutorial files and there are some sample files also that you can practice on. So this is one way of learning about Bluebeam. Another way is with your Bluebeam ID, you get a free access to Bluebeam University also, which is nothing but it's a website wherein you can log in with your Bluebeam ID. And as a new user onboarding, you can start learning about Bluebeam. You can learn more about the review essentials and collaborating with Studio. So these are just 30 minutes, 1.5 hours, or 45 minutes video tutorials for you. Okay. The next part is we are going to talk about the PDF markups first. So this is the main workspace wherein I have opened the PDF document, and there are many tools for the markups which you can access from here. Some other applications also offer you the markup tools, but you can see over here there are lot many markup tools available over here. And whatever markups you do on the drawing, there are various types of markups available. you can see it's a cloud plus or it's a call out kind of markup. It is only kind of just cloud also or text. And then there are some counts also. All these things are marked up and they also get recorded in the markups list at the bottom. So which this markups list can also be extracted in the form of a CSV summary or a PDF summary. So you can also extract the report out of this markup. So all the markups, once they are logged into markups list. So from here you can know the accountability of the markups or the review that has been done on the drawing. You can clearly see the author is mentioned and the date and timestamp is also put whenever you put any markup. So coming to the markup, I will just quickly show you some examples. Like first, let us take the call out, which is nothing but it's a combination of arrow as well as the commenting text. So you can mention your comment and you can of course mark with the leader line. And if you want to put the same comment to multiple areas, you can simply right click and go on adding the leader line. So you need not recreate this particular comment again and again, and you can just simply put add a leader line to it. Once any comment has been put, you can change a lot of properties of that particular comment from this toolbar on the top. First of all, you can always give a meaningful subject to any comment. So if you want to segregate in the markups list under the subject, so you can segregate it maybe by trade wise or discipline wise, or you can mention some meaningful subject to it so that it gets segregated in the subject line. So over here, suppose if this is by structural team, so you can just mention the subject as structural, and whichever comments you want to put into that, you can simply put the same uh, subject. So it gets accumulated in the markups list under the head structural. Similarly, if you want to segregate it by the author name, so you can simply click onto the author name and it gets segregated by author name. So likewise, there are many columns in the markups list, and subject is one of the important metadatas or the properties that markups list can have. You can also add more number of columns into the markups list. You can also create custom columns with whatever additional columns you want to add, something like a responsibility of whichever type that you want, whether it's a check mark type or choice type, date, formula, or in this case, it is going to be a text. Once you say okay, like gets added over here, and you can assign any comment to put it to the responsible party who should take care of such comment. You can also put the review statuses, like say this particular comment, the responsibility was of civil and they have accepted it. So it puts a timestamp of the person as well as date and time. And once, I mean, you can go on changing the review status. It keeps a track of all these statuses. It does not delete the earlier status also. Then that was about the markup of callout type. You can of course change its line. You can change the font styles, size, everything that you see over here can be changed. The another wonderful tool in markups is the Cloud Plus. Again, it's a combination of a cloud, leader line, and uh, the text. Even this kind of comment can be changed or the subject can be applied to it. You can fill this particular cloud with some color. You can change it transparency so that you can see whatever is behind that gets visible, or you can simply turn it into a highlighter to see whatever is hidden behind. I mean, the content which was hidden behind earlier just gets it as highlighted. You then there is something called as tool chest, which is nothing but the tools which you have used recently. So these are the recent tools that I have used in my markup. You can also create your own tool set by going into manage tool sets. You can create a new tool set, say called as webinar. It is saved as a BTX file, which is nothing but Bluebeam tools extension. And you can simply, once it is added, whichever commenting tool that you have created, you can simply add it to the tool chest, and that can be reused not only in this drawing, but whichever drawing you open, you can go on reusing it. It is in the drawing mode, so it takes exactly same shape, size, and the content or the textual information or annotation. If you double click this, it turns into a properties mode, and then you can redefine the shape of this particular comment. Of course, you can also change the annotation for it, but it maintains the property of the commenting tool that you have created. So this way you can go on creating the markup, various markup tools, and you can reuse them. There is, I will just show you a custom library by Bluebeam is also there, wherein if you try to access this custom library of Bluebeam Revu, there is something called as tool set. And in the tool set, you have trade-wise tools available, which you can simply download. Say, for example, if you would like to use any of this library, you can just click onto it, and then it downloads into a download folder. It's a zip file, but inside zip file, it is a BTX file. So what I can do is I will just quickly copy that into some folder. I'm putting it at this location. And then in my review, you can just keep looking over here. I will go to manage toolsets and I will import the BTX file that I have downloaded, and I can start using it. Right? So this way you can use all the markups that you have got over here. You can add them in your tool chest, whichever type of markup you have created with whatever properties, and you can like even import the BTX file directly from Bluebeam side, as well as whichever tool set you want to export. Say, for example, if you have created this BTX file, you can also export it. So it will be in the form of BTX file, and that BTX file can be shared in the network amongst your team, and they can simply import it. So it is only one time activity to create any library and then start using it. So that was all about the Bluebeam as markups. And I can just show you, once all the markups are done, you can simply extract the CSV summary, and it will be in the form of, I mean, comma separated value. So once you say OK, it is going to create an Excel sheet for you with whatever columns that you have got in your markups list. And you can see over here, even the statuses are also captured, and the column that I had created, that is also being captured. Once it is in Excel, you have no limits to the amount of more number of columns that you can put, or you can add more number of formulas. You can do a lot of things. You can create graphical information based on this Excel sheet. You have another way of extracting the PDF summary. You can see over here, currently there are only 3 pages in this particular PDF file. So there is a way that you can create a PDF summary of your file which has been commented, along with append and hyperlink to current PDF. So this creates a PDF file with additional pages onto the same file. And you can see first 3 pages is of the same. I mean, they are the same. They are nothing but the original drawing. But after that, you get all the comments in the form of a screenshot. You just have to click and it takes you to the main drawing where it is located. So that's all about the markups part. Now we are going to talk about how we can manage the revision comparison, or there is something called as overlay feature. Generally what happens is, suppose if you have got revisions of a drawing and you want to compare them, or you want to know where the changes are, what you probably may do is you may split the screen side by side, and in one part you can take the revision 0 and you can go on checking whether there is any difference in the revision 1 on the right hand side, or vice versa. Now this gets synchronized because there is a facility to synchronize documents. If I remove that, now it won't synchronize, it won't pan or zoom as I do it on my one side. But this is all the manual process. What I want to talk about is, there is a wonderful AI feature under overlay pages and compare documents. So I've got these two revisions, revision 0 and revision 1. So let us first see how we can overlay this to check the what is the difference between the two revisions. So here I can add files. So I will select revision 0 first. Let it be represented in whichever color that you have in this palette. Then you can also add another revision of it. And you can clearly see over here, it gets superimposed page wise. I mean, the alignment is page wise. For some reason, in the revision 1, the main drawing got shifted by few inches or few, like meters or feet, whatever it is, maybe to accommodate more number of notes, or maybe to accommodate some space for the title block or some additional details. So this is not working. It is not showing you the correct results. So instead of page align, now there is an auto align feature, which is an AI feature, and it will automatically detect for the main drawing, major portion of your drawing, and it will align your drawing. I mean, revision 0 and revision 1, or whichever revision you want to compare. And once you say OK, it is going to create a resultant file. So you remember, for revision 0, there was a red color, and for revision 1, there was a green color. So this way you can create overlay kind of document to check where it has been changed. This feature can also be used even for creating something like a reflected ceiling plan, wherein you have only one plan and on which you want to add the facilities like smoke detectors, PA speakers, or HVAC grills to check their interferences with each other. So this way you can use the overlay feature. There is one more feature, that is compare document, which compares the revisions, and it also puts a cloud mark for you. So that is compare documents. It compares and it puts a cloud marking for you. So it puts the cloud marking on the latest revision, and you can clearly see over here in this particular area in revision 1, this particular element or whatever that structure is not there. Or maybe you take this example. So you can see over here it was not there in the revision 0, but it is there in the revision 1. So this is one of the most sought or most famous feature of Bluebeam, which is like helping a lot of customers like you to compare the various drawings. Now coming to the next part, which is about the estimations. So Bluebeam offers you a lot of tools for the estimation, not only the count is nothing but where the unit of measurement is either numbers or count, but it also allows you to do the estimation like length, area, perimeter, volume, angle, all these things. Even if you have only the PDF files and you do not have the original native files like CAD files or 3D model files. So if your estimation team do not have access to those native applications, plus those native application also requires a lot of resources in terms of hardwares or the software application licenses, and plus even the expertise to handle those. But Bluebeam, I mean, it's a PDF file, very easy to handle. And let us see how you can do the estimations also. So for the estimations, we have another AI features which like detects the textual information or the graphical information, and it will get that as a I mean, it can identify these elements and it can create a BOM table also for you. Now, when it comes to the estimation part, we will suggest that like whenever you extract a CAD drawing in the form of PDF, you also get some line weights, which also can be disabled in the Bluebeam, and then you get the sharper images. Now, where this will be used, like you can exactly pinpoint on the intersection points or the end points, which is important for the estimation. So now first in this particular drawing, I'm going to find out how many W14 by 74 elements are there. And I can simply click onto the search. It tells me that there are 8 results. I can select all of them and apply some tick mark to it. And to this tick mark, I will give the subject name as W14 by 74 so that it gets, like properly identified. I want to even search some more. So you can see in the comments, you get this count. You can probably also get the count column enabled, and you can clearly see what is the number of counts you have got. In this particular drawing, you have got one more element, say suppose W10 by 39. I want to check how many are there. You just click on the search. It tells me that there are 29 results. I can again put a tick mark. Maybe this time I will give another color to it, but I will also ensure that I put the proper subject W10 by 39. So you see it gets segregated over here. Once if I extract it in the form of an CSV summary, of course, I will get all these counts also over there. But there is a facility. I can select both these items, just right click and click onto this legend, create new legend, and a legend table can be created automatically. And if I happen to like create this as a symbol in the webinar, and if I start like if I want to add more number of counts of W10 by 39, So say suppose currently it is only 19 numbers, but I've added 3 more. And when I press enter, you can see immediately it changes in the legend table. The properties of the legend table that I can change is I can maybe call this as still BOQ, and I can also uh, give some line width, and instead of line outline I can make it like a grid line. So this gives me a BOM table pasted on the drawing itself. I can again whatever dynamic changes I make into this, I need not retype in the BOM table over here. Now let us see how we can search for the graphical information. So just get a rectangle, and this is the base plate. If I want to, like extract, I can search for it. It tells me over here there are about, see, it is still searching. It is telling me that there are 8 results. Yeah. So there are 8 results. I can select them, and maybe this time I will use some other symbol. For this, maybe I can mention different scale, and I will mention the subject as my base plate. And if I want to add the same base plate to even my legend, I need not create a new legend. I can add it in the same still BOQ, and you can check over here, one more item got added over here. So this way you can get the estimation for the objects where the unit of measurement is count. Now let us see how we can measure the other dimensions, for which let me quickly take this example. So in this example, at the bottom, you can see the main scale for this drawing is 1 by 8 inches equals 1 feet. So I can just, like go to the measurement, and in the preset, or you can see over here, scale not set. So over here in the preset, I will mention the same 1 by 8 inches equals 1 feet. And once that is applied, I can quickly cross check the length measurement, and you can clearly see over here it has got this wonderful facility to snap to exact endpoints or the intersection point. So this way I can get the exact, I can pinpoint the exact endpoints or intersection point. Once this is done, I can also cross check if my vertical uh, uh, calibration or the scale is also correct or not. Sometimes if you are in the space of land survey or something, you may have different X scale and Y scale. So even that facility is also there. You have an option to have the separate Y scaling, but currently it is not required. So you can see the calibration done is perfect. So then now I can start measuring the other measurements, like say, for example, I want to find out the cutout length and width. So I can get the length and width because it is not exactly matching to the grid line. Similarly, if I want, I can also get the area measurement. So if I simply click and drag, I can get the area. If I want to have the irregular shape area, all I have to do is I just have to go on clicking on the endpoints. And when it comes to the last point, I can simply double click. This is the area. And it is not necessary that it should be a rectilinear object. You can also turn it into a curve, and you can see with the help of these tangents, I am changing it to a curvilinear object. And for that also I've got the area which changes. If I change this curvature, you can see the dynamic changes are happening. And again, these areas, lengths, whatever dimensions are there, whichever you want, if they are, like the subjects are mentioned properly, you can go on creating the legend table. Even for this, all you have to do is just right click and select those objects and create a new legend, and you can put it over here. So all the length measurements, it goes on adding all the length measurements, I mean where the subject is same. So if you go on adding this 10 feet plus 7 feet plus 5 by 4 inches, and where whatever is there, you can see under the length measurements, 4 length measurements are there. So if you add them together, it is 32 feet 4 inches, which is nothing but 32.36 feet over here. So this way you can have the areas or lengths also measured. And sometimes you have a different viewport or this detailed drawing with different scale, for which you can also create a viewport, and for that viewport you can put another scale. So in this case it is 3 by 8 inches equals 1 feet. So now if I move this particular dimension inside this viewport, you can see it changes. That is because the scale for this viewport is different, and scale for this rest all part was different. I can cross check it whether it is correct or not. So you can see it is exactly matching. So this way I can get the lengths and areas. There is also facility to find the volume. There is one wonderful tool if you have the irregular shape and you don't want to like go on pinpointing the endpoint. All you have to do is just click and paint it like a brush. So it's paint bucket kind of tool. Wherever it finds the boundary, it stops over there. And then what would you like to have? Whether you want to have the area measurement or the perimeter, the volume measurement also, you can apply it. And of course, the scale needs to be set, which is same again, 1 by 8 inches to 1 feet. And you can see over here, there is cubic feet and square feet. So we had applied area and volume. Volume seems to be 0 cubic feet. That is because we did not put any depth to it. So if it was, say for example, this is a slab of 6.5 inches depth. So what you can do is, for the volume, I can simply measure the depth under the unit as 6.5 inches. So this gives you the cubic feet. You also have the facility to create the polygonal cutout. So you can make the cutouts and you can go on checking in the volume. Since volume is selected over here, the cutouts that I'm doing, they are happening only to the volume. And you can see clearly over here, it changes. You can have irregular shapes also in the cutout. You have got this polygonal cutout or the ellipsoidal cutout also possible. So all you have to do is, circular or ellipse, you can create, and it will make changes in the volume that has been calculated. Again, that can be used to create the legend table. So that is all about the different types of measurements that you can do. Of course, you can extract the CSV summary. It will be an Excel file again. And then further, you can add more number of formulas, like you can add unit rates, and you can get the final cost if it is about the flooring or the wall area and stuff like that. And now finally we come to the studio part. Studio is nothing but it's a cloud solution. And basically what happens over here is the documents that you want to collaborate with your internal or external stakeholders, they can be put into the studio session. So you have something called as studio projects and studio sessions. We are going to talk about studio session in today's webinar. So studio session allows you to create a session for which you can give any name. Say, for example, I'm giving name as webinar test. I can add the files. So there are, suppose these two files are there. I would like to get the comments on these two files or these two PDF files from my collaborator, and which all permissions I want to give to the collaborator, like whether the collaborator should be able to save this drawing or they should be able to print it, or of course I want to give the markup permission or markup alert permission also, so that for any markup there will be an alert notification going if I, of course, do the alert to a specific user. Then the collaborators can also add more number of documents from their side. Then the restrict attendees by email address. This is a security feature for the users. Like if I'm inviting a person X through his email ID, which is nothing but a Bluebeam ID, then only Mr. X will be able to access these documents and the session. If he forwards that invite mail to, say, suppose Mr. Y, Mr. Y will not be able to get the access to the session as well as the files inside it. So this is by default as a security feature, it is embedded. And then you have session expiry date also. So you can put the session expiry date over here. Right now for this particular session, I'm not restricting attendees by email address. If any of you have got already the Bluebeam ID or the license, maybe you can note the unique ID that has been that will be created for this session, and you can join and start commenting also from your side. So I'll say okay. So what it does is it is going to create one more session over here with a unique ID number. You can see over here. And it has uploaded these two drawings, and it is now asking me to invite the collaborator. So what I will do is I'm just adding my personal email ID for or some external email ID, you can consider it as, who do not have the Bluebeam application, and how such person will be able to even collaborate over the browser. So I will just check and include this email. I will add message which will go in the email. Please review by Monday. Monday, and whatever that date is going to be. So Monday it is 25th August 2025. So this particular message will go in the invitation when I click onto this invite participant. So this mail will go to a Gmail address. I will just show you. And so you can see over here, it is the same session name, the same session ID number. You can see 622782129 is same over here. And it is hyperlinked also. I can directly click over here and go to that particular session. So this Gmail is an external collaborator, do not have the Windows-based application or license. All I have to do is, as an external user, I have to first create an account if I'm the first time user, and then I can join this session. Okay, so I will show you over here. I'm opening this drawing, okay, and this particular drawing, and I am the internal user, and I will start doing markups as an internal user. Let me put this cloud plus, and I will say internal comment. Okay, and now let us see how an external user will see it. So either I can open it through this join session link, or I can simply go to this app.bluebeam.com.au, which is nothing but a cloud app, can be opened in web browser. I will sign in with my Gmail ID. And I would see the same session in which this Gmail has been invited into. I can go to studio sessions, and I'm definitely going to see this webinar test. I can see both the drawings. So let me open only the first one. And I can see the comment which has been put by the internal user. And as an external user, I've got only limited few functionalities. You can see over here, and I can put this cloud mark over maybe over here and mention it as external comment. So if I go to this desktop, I can immediately check what comment has been put by other user. So you can see over here, the author is PGMail, right? And even in the browser, if I want to know about this particular comment, I can go to this markups and I can make out a comment. You can see it has been marked by P. Morwale, and I can see more number of information even in the browser. But you can see this is an kind of add-on facility provided to the external stakeholders. So they will have limited functionality. If they are license holder, they would probably open it in the desktop version similar to me, and they will have more number of like commenting tools, tool chest, and all those facilities they will have. All right. So this way, and you can also put the like alert kind of comment to say, for example, this was my internal comment and I want to alert it, or I want to reply, all such things I'll be able to do it. I can alert this PG mail. Okay. And then what actually happens is, in the Gmail, you will see an alert notification for that particular user. Of course, this alert message that I've created will reflect after some time, but this is how it generally looks. So it actually in the mail gives you the screenshot and along with this hyperlink. So if you click, it will open this particular session and it will take you over there. So this is how the collaboration works. You can, of course, once all your comments are done, as an internal or external user, you can put your statuses if you are using the desktop version. If you are still reviewing it, you can put status as review and just leave the session for the time being. Again, you can come back and click onto that session. You will be able to join. You can put the status as finished, and as a main collaborator, I can finish this session and I can create the reports of the record summary or of the type PDF package report or as a combined files report. So there are three types of reports can be created. So record summary is this one. Then I'm sorry, when I finish, so record summary is this one. So it will create additional PDF file for with all these records. Then if it is a PDF package report, what it does is it will create one folder in which it will keep all the original documents on which the comments are put along with the comment. So there will be a folder with all those, and then the record summary as a separate PDF file. And in the combined file report, it will be only single PDF file along with the record summary, and then this is main drawing. So that is the difference between the various types of reports that you can create. So well, that's all from my side today as like today's webinar topics. And there are many more things that you can explore or check in Bluebeam. You can also, if you are a new user or if you plan to try out the Bluebeam, you can always contact Acero team. They will share the trial link, which is for 14 days. And they will definitely help you in assessing the application. So well, as a summary, now by this time you know that it's a robust tool for markup of PDFs, not only markup, but of course the takeoffs and estimation is also possible. We saw how the document can be compared or cloud marked. You can do the collaboration in the studio session and leverage Bluebeam for faster, smarter project documentation. So that's all from my side. And Ashwin, maybe you can take over. Yeah, for the question and feedback session.
So we have a few questions in the Q&A chat box. First
Yeah, okay.
question is, can we mark some markup / logo on all pages in
Yes.
Bluebeam at a time
Yes.
in Bluebeam?
Yes, there are batch functions available to do these markups. You can even copy paste the markups, logos, the way you generally would do in any other application. Plus, of course, there is this batch functions also for the batch processes.
I hope that answers your question. We have another question from Dhruv.
Yeah.
He's asking, how can we delete a PDF set uploaded to a session, Bluebeam session, studio
Okay.
session?
So if you are adding number of PDF files, depending upon the accesses that you provide to your collaborators, they will be able to add the documents. But as an originator, you can delete the files and maybe you can add another files instead of the previous one. So that is also possible in a session.
If anyone has any other questions, you can just ask away in the Q&A chat box.
And of course, I mean, if there are any more questions which come to your mind probably later on, I mean, you have got the coordinates of Acero team. You can put your queries, questions to them. And of course, they are your first level of support or first line for you to provide all the information. They will definitely answer your query.
Definitely. So if you don't have any question, we can move on to support in the link. Yeah. So first of all, thank you so much, Pushkar sir, for that deep dive into software. I'm sure everyone here is already imagining how Bluebeam can, fit into their daily workflow. Now, before we wrap up, I'd like to quickly highlight how you'll always have support and learning resources available. So our customer support team is just a call or an email away, right? We are very responsive and we will try to give the best quality of service that is, possible. Second, we come to licensing. So now licensing is simpler than ever with the cloud-based annual subscription model. So that will be a floating license that will give you flexibility and scalability. Last to learning, we provide webinars, we provide online courses, documentation, frequently asked questions, and knowledge bases. Everything that you might need to become confident with software. So what's next? Of course, this is just the start. At Acero, we host regular sessions to keep our community up to date with the latest tools and techniques. So coming up next week, August 29, we will be hosting a session with Adapt Builder. That's an advanced solution for reinforced and post-tension concrete structures. And after that, on 12th September, we are hosting another webinar for Aries Commander, Aries Hero, and Aries Touch. It's a DWG based CAD suite, very similar to AutoCAD, which offers seamless flexibility across all the devices. So, mobiles, tablets, or PCs, of course. So, at a very economical price point. And not to forget, it is available in perpetual licensing options too, unlike Autodesk. Right? We would love to see all of you in those sessions too. How to contact us? So we are based out of Noida 57. We welcome you to join us here in our office. Alternatively, you can call us, email us. We can give you all the details required here in this page. So we might even take a break for 5 seconds and 10 seconds. You can note it down. Keep in mind, we are just one message or a call away, whether it's a technical query, licensing discussions, or training. Lastly, I would like to close with here at Acero, our vision is very simple. We want to empower AEC professional like you with the right tools to shape the world smarter, faster, and more efficiently. Whether it's through Bluebeam or RISA, Adapt, or any of our other software solutions, our mission will be to enable you to bring your designs and project to life without unnecessary roadblocks. With that, I'd like to thank each and every one of you for joining us today. We hope today's session gave you a fresh insight into how Bluebeam can transform your workflows. Please do not forget to fill the feedback form. We have posted it in the chat, and we will also share it through via email as well. So please, feel free to connect with us and fill the form. That will also enable us to share the participation certificate on behalf of Acero Consulting Engineers and Nemetschek Group. Thank you all for your time and attention. Have a great day. We look forward to seeing you in the upcoming webinars. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you, Pushkar sir. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye.